Hello, class. This is my overview of the movie God's Not Dead. So, my introduction, this movie was released in 2014. At this time, I was about 9 or 10 years old. Directed by Harold Kronk. Stars are Shane Harper, Kevin Sorbo, Dean Cain. Focuses on faith, philosophy, and standing firm. So, in this movie, a college student is challenged basically about his faith in God, and he has to prove to his whole college class that God is in fact not dead and is very much alive. And as a young kid, this movie had a large impact on me and my faith, and I can only imagine that it reached, outside the world of Christianity. So the plot and the summary: when John enrolls into his philosophy class, I think it was the very first day of class, professor demands that God is dead and basically is telling everyone to write that down on a piece of paper. Josh refuses and defends his faith. He debates with peers, classmates, but most importantly the professor, who was an atheist, and pretty much it was his main goal to prove to these students that he thought God was dead. Moving on to the key themes. I think the key themes are faith versus skepticism, courage to stand up for your beliefs, power of debate and dialogue, and the influence of faith on life choices. In the movie, we later learned that the professor really was just mad at God. That was his whole motivation behind his anger, and him trying to tell his students that God was dead was really because he was angry, and at the end he ends up accepting Jesus in his life. So it gets a little emotional, but a really good movie overall. And moving on from the key themes, we'll go to impact and reception. I think this movie really was made not only for Christians, but to reach people that maybe aren't, and to kind of change their views, or maybe people that used to be Christians or were mad at God and went through a tough time. I think this movie definitely could reach that audience. It had a lot of success for a faith-based film. It sparked conversations on faith. I really enjoyed this movie, and if you haven't seen it, I would advise you guys to check it out.